everyone, my name is May. Really hoping my camera isn't crooked. Today I'm going to be bringing you my top 7 audiobooks and their readers slash the authors. This list I have comprised over how good the book is, but also how good the reader is and how good the book is to listen to. As some of you may or may not know, I am a huge audio fan listener thing. I don't get a ton of free time to sit down and read, so I have developed incredible multitasking skills and I can do most jobs listening to an audio. I will even admit to trying to at one point read a book and listen to an audiobook at the same time. No, they were not the same book. Yeah. Read book syndrome. Is there a syndrome for that? I don't know. I study medicine, that doesn't mean that I'm smart. Okay. Anyway, I know some people are still not huge fans of audios and it's kind of like a bit of a huge mix, fight, debate. Sometimes it still goes on and I still meet lots of friends that are like, no, I don't like audios, which I totally respect. It's fine, but I hate you. Whether you are already an audio fan or not, this is a pretty good list that if you want to try out some books for the first time, all of these are first books in a series, and you're not quite sure where to start, these ones, just the readers are amazing and the stories are amazing, so either way you should be enthralled. I think most of these books are available on Audible if people are interested, but also lots of libraries do ones like Overdrive and Belinda and BorrowBox. Those also are lots of other ones which generally are done through your library and you can borrow audio books without actually having to purchase them on Audible, because I know Audible can be quite expensive. Student here. Without further ado, I'm just gonna get onto it and I might just fangirl all around here. So I tried to put these in an order of the ones that I liked best, and there certainly is one that I like kind of more than the others. So I'm just gonna place these in some kind of random order and yeah. Number 1 is The Magician's Nephew, written by C.S. Lewis and read by Kenneth Branagh. I'll have to check the spelling of that, I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, this book I have listened to more times than I can count. I like this not only for the story, which is amazing, but also because the reader is just, you can see him just being a nursery time reader of lots of little kids in room reading them these nice books. Number 2, The Name of the Wind, written by Patrick Rothfuss and read by Rupert Degas. This book I absolutely love as a book. The Name of the Wind is one of my favourite books. It actually is kind of one of, I don't know. And Rupert Degas just does an amazing job. Because this book, the entire story is meant to be a narrative, because it's both telling his story, you kind of really do have to have the right cadence and the right pacing and just to almost be both to be able to read out this story. And Rupert Degas just does this amazing job. So, especially if you are new to audios, this would be an amazing one to try, because the book is meant to be told in a narrative form anyway, and having it read out by someone just, I don't know, I don't think it retracts from the experience at all, it just makes it that much awesome, amazing, okay, I'll move on. Number 3 is the first book of the Dresden Files, Stormfront, written by Jim Butcher and read by James Masters. Now, if you are a Buffy the Vampire Slayer series fan like me, James Masters is the person who plays Spike. He's both incredibly attractive and has an amazing voice. Now, of course, in Buffy, if you've watched Buffy, he puts on a British accent. He's actually American, and him reading out in his normal and natural accent, at first you're like, what is going on? But then you're just like, this is amazing. And it suits so well with the story, and I could easily imagine possibly him even almost playing the main character or something. He just has the best voice for this book ever. I haven't actually finished Stormfront, but the part that I have listened to it, which I have listened to quite a bit, is good. Is good. Number 4 is The Book Thief, written by Marcus Zusak and read by Dennis Olsen. Now, this book I think I listened to on 1.5 speed because I was during exam time and I just wanted to read it quickly. But as people who have read The Book Thief may know, it has a lot of German words in it, and myself, I have never studied any German whatsoever, and so I would have no idea how to pronounce these words. I own a physical copy of The Book Thief. Missy trying to read it, I was like, I don't know how to read these. Dennis Olsen does an amazing job. He just reads it out beautifully and the cadence of his voice is just amazing. And if you are not sure how to read German words correctly, he's got you. He's got you covered. And he does all the accents gorgeously and he made me cry and it's just beautiful. Just epitome of beautiful. Number 5, The Lies of Locke Lamora, written by Scott Lynch and read by Michael Page. It is Michael Page, I'm right. This is probably, I think he's one of my 3 favourite readers. Michael Page just is amazing, from the voice which he does from the Thief Maker to the voice which he does for Locke to Jean and what's his name? The Eyeless Priest, and just all of the characters have these beautiful voices. Not to mention the fact that this entire book has a very Italian air. I again haven't studied any Italian. I studied like Japanese and French, okay? Stop getting on my case. I have no idea how to pronounce lots of these names and words of like all these rivers and towns and just word things. But Michael Page knows how to do it, and he does it amazingly, and it just adds to the experience so much more. Rather than every time I get to the word not being able to read it correctly and spending a ton trying to read it correctly and trying to have this beautiful flow that the language has, he reads it out instead, and I get a full experience of how it could all just flow and be really nice and stuff. I liked this book. This was a great book. I really suggest you read this book, although it does have a lot of swearing in it, but it suits it, okay? Just get into it. Now down to my favourite 2. Number 6, Monolith Regiment, written by Terry Pratchett and read by Stephen Briggs. Stephen Briggs, overall, is one of my favourite readers ever. He actually helped Pratchett adapt most of Pratchett's books for plays, and in fact he reads way more than just Monolith Regiment. But Monolith Regiment is one of my favourites, which is why I'm putting it here. Stephen Briggs is already just a regular, normal actor of both stage, and I think he does some film, as well as being a vocal actor, so he knows his shit on how to read out stories. And he just does so many funny voices, and he's just so funny, and they're so diverse. Not one of like those amazing, like, ooh, sexy voices, which the next one I will get onto soon, but he's just funny. I would just have him be a stand-up comedian every day. Monolith Regiment is also just amazing. Please just get onto that one. It is just amazing. Just like Mulan, but Pratchett funny. And then number 7, the last and final one, The Amulet of Samarkand, written by Jonathan Stroud and read by Simon Jones. This reader is just phenomenal. He just has the most rich, chocolatey, dark, velvety voice ever, and it suits so much because there's both Bartimaeus, who that is Bartimaeus, the epitome of Bartimaeus, and then he's also good at doing this squeaky, high adolescent voice, which is great for being Nathaniel. Try to control yourself, mate. The parts that are in first person said, come on geese, shush. The parts that are in first person that are read out and narrated by Bartimaeus are just so, I feel like Simon Jones just gets right into Bartimaeus' head. Just captures Bartimaeus' anger and wit and sarcasm all in one encompassing happy thing. And the sun went behind a cloud, so now everything is really pale. I love this book so much, and I wish he read more of the Bartimaeus trilogy. Anyway, those were all 7 of my top favourite books to listen to on audio. Let me down below. Let me know down below if you have any favourites, or if you have read any of these books or listened to any of these books, and if you prefer listening or audioing or whatever. I'm hoping to get a bit more into Vlogmas stuff. I have a baking video which I'm still trying to edit, because editing from more than one camera is harder than I thought. I'm just not very as talented as I thought. I will have that out. If it's not up already, we'll see how it goes. If it is, I will leave a link to it in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. I will try to get some more Christmassy stuff up and going and organize my life better. Yeah, I will try and do that. Look at me, be motivated. Around Christmas, I can do that. Okay, bye. And today I'm going to be bringing you my top